industrial pollution?
The Welsh Government has provided the regulators with an extensive range of enforcement tools to reduce industrial pollution. We expect those powers to be used to prevent incidents from taking place and to take remedial action when incidents do occur.
Can I thank the Prime Minister for his answer in relation to that point? Last week we had a debate here in the Chamber on air quality and Clean Air Act possibility, focused very much on PM10s, PM2.5s and vehicle emissions. But of course industrial pollution is also added to that, particularly nuisance dust, which people might consider as a harm to health, but actually it drives people's mental well-being downwards as they come in day after day to see the mess available outside their homes and in their properties and everything else. I've raised this many times in this Chamber, First Minister. Now, we all understand the importance of industries to our local economies, but there's also a need for them to be responsible neighbours. Now, as we have left the European Union and we are now looking at an environment bill to come from the Welsh Government, it is an opportunity for us to actually look at regulations and improving environmental regulations, strengthen them to ensure that the number of days which are being breached on the levels of safety standards is reduced, that NRW has more teeth so that they can actually take action when those neighbours are not responsible. And we can ensure that industries such as the steelworks in my own constituency and others are ensuring that they do not emit beyond the reasonable levels and they do not have an impact upon our communities, which is driving those communities downwards in a mental health condition. I have so many constituents raising concerns about the pollution day after day after day they're seeing, and sometimes just noise pollution as well. So these are very important issues. Will you use the environmental bill to actually give us that strength to ensure that we can take action when necessary?
Well, so I thank David Rees for those questions and recognise the extent to which he always speaks up here on the floor of the Assembly for the importance of the steel industry in his own constituency, but as he says, for that industry to be a good neighbour to those who live alongside it. And of course the environment legislation that we will bring forward will be an opportunity to look at the standards we have in place, the enforcement powers we have in place. In the immediate future, we are putting significant pressure on the UK Government to make sure that the Industrial Emissions Directive, which currently governs emissions and industrial pollution, that they commit to that continuing beyond the EU exit transition period. And while that is going on, there are two other developments this year, which I know will be of direct interest to David Rees's constituents. There's the draft Clean Air Plan consultation going on to the 10th of March, and where the Minister has already said she will look to see if regulators need further powers, and specifically in the Port Talbot context. Llywydd, there's an ongoing review of the short-term action plan, independently advised by the University of the South West of England, carried out in consultation with Tata, NRW and Neath Port Talbot County Borough Council. And again, I know that the Minister has very specifically committed that nuisance dust, which, as David Rees says, causes distress to people who live in that locality, that will be encompassed in that review.